Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by Peachy's Palace. A few weeks ago, I had a brilliant idea as I finished watching the first part of the new season of Bridgerton. And I thought to myself, why not make something sort of Regency core inspired, something with florals and pearls and gold accents and silver accents and lace and all that fun stuff. And I don't usually work with lace, but I thought, why not give this a try? So I had a vision of what I wanted to make. And so I started working on a pattern a few days ago, just a real simple measurements, and I came up with a really cute prototype, as you're going to see in the video that I'm about to share with you. But it was a lot of fun, and I do want to give you a behind the scenes peek at everything that my whole process and how I came about putting these little bags together. So enjoy the video. I'll see you at the end for the big reveal of the entire collection.
These are the fabrics I've selected, and I thought together we could make a few little cutesy little pouch purses, like a little cinch sack purse. I've made three prototypes, which I will show you. I'm excited. I particularly am very excited about this one. This is like my favorite. I think that goes really perfectly together. The floral gives me Bridgerton vibes. Um, this one's also very cute. And then I have this one. Now, this is a fabric I have from many, many years ago from a quilt that I made. That's what I have left. I also have this fabric, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how I feel about the color. Um, I like it. It also gives me very much Bridgerton vibes. I'm gonna play with this one and see what I can do with this one. The thing is, I don't know if I like this background color. It seems a little muted for me, but who knows? It might turn out cute. But yeah, that is what we'll be working on. So I'm sitting here kind of going through the stuff that I have to see how I want to embellish these bags. And the funny thing is, there's a lot of choices. So part of the reason I have all of these choices is um, a few months ago, about 5 months ago, my eldest sister passed away. And um, we went to help her daughter sort of clean out her apartment. And um, she had a lot of crafting things. And my niece was generous enough to um, ask me to bring her kind of her stuff with me, her crafting stuff, and then just inherit it. So here I am. She was a florist and she loved ribbon apparently because I have now about 4 or 5 different boxes of ribbon. So I've got a lot of choices. I'm looking at here, let me get a little organized because I just kind of went through. So I have some lacy ones that I like. There's this really pretty delicate white lace that I think would go well with any one of them. So I'll start showing you that one. I have another kind of a cream colored lace that I think it's gathered, so it's a little frilly, and I think that would go nice with probably this pink and yellow one. Let me move the camera just a little bit. In terms of additional lace, I have this cute blue with little flowers on it. It's very pale blue, with again would go really nice with the blue and yellow one over here. I'm looking at these hearts, which I think are adorable. I'm not sure how I would kind of sew them onto the project, but aren't they just beautiful? They're little satin hearts. They're just gorgeous. I have very little of it, but it's absolutely gorgeous. So I love that one. Um, I've got this antique looking kind of um, beige or cream colored lacy ribbon that would go really nice with any of them, really. Um, so there's that one. I have this purple, little simple purple lace that I think would go really pretty with the purple one here. So There's that one. And then I have, just like the purple, I have a blue lace. Another choice for the blue one. Not sure if I'll use that one. I love this gingham. It's super cute. I think it would go cute as kind of like the pull straps for the blue one. But I'm trying to think whether I want to mix polka dots, flowers, and gingham. Which I think I might just take the chance. Because I'm really in love with it. So there's that one. There's a thicker, kind of wider blue ribbon, which I think is really pretty. It's really pretty. I like that, and I think maybe adding some of it around the top of the little pouch would be cute. So again, I don't have very much of it, but it's super cute. Love it. Now, these are other choices for the pull straps. This is a very lacy kind of ribbon. It's really pretty. It's a pale yellow. I made some ribbon flowers. This is supposed to be a flower. This is actually my first one. This is supposed to be a little ribbon flower that I made that I thought I could use to embellish. So I thought maybe I would make some yellow ones. I do have other colors, but I'm not sure yet if I'll be using other colors. I also have this really satiny kind of blue ribbon that I thought would be cute for the pull straps. It's a little thick, but I might be able to make it work. And then I have, just in terms of ribbon, I have this beautiful, like a mauve-y pink that I think would go really pretty with this one. I'm not sure how I would add it on there, but we'll have to look and see. And then I have this other satiny lavender piece that I think would go great, again, with that purple. I could probably take this and put the lacy purple on top of it and use it that way. Again, these bags are going to be very delicate, they're going to be like special occasion bags. Just throw a couple of items in there because they're going to be very delicate. I have the prototypes here that I haven't showed you all, but I'm sure I'll probably make a little video and insert it in here somewhere. So I think that looks kind of pretty with the purple behind it. So I think that's kind of cute. That's a cute idea. I think the fun part of this is just letting your creativity kind of flow and see what comes to you in the moment. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just allow yourself to play with what you have. I'm also contemplating adding more lace. Oh, I have more stuff over here. Maybe before I go into the lace, let me go into the ribbon. I have this white ribbon that I thought I could make some of those ribbon flowers with. It has an iridescent color to it, so it's really pretty. This one I don't want. This is a pink. Again, I thought maybe I could do what I did with the lavender and put it on top of a ribbon. I haven't selected a pink ribbon yet. Gotta look at my stash and see what pink ribbons I have. This is a really pretty ribbon that I thought might go well, but it has pink and green and blue, and it's sort of embroidered. It's so pretty, and tell me if that doesn't give you Bridgerton vibes. Just so antique looking, vintage looking. That I have plenty of, so that's good. It might go well with this one here and sort of giving it a pop of pink. I don't know, we'll see. Let's see what turns out. I may not even use any of this stuff, but I just wanted to play with it, pull it out, and see what I thought. So here's some lace that I thought I might be able to use. This is a cotton eyelet lace that I have plenty of, so I might figure out a way to kind of add it to the top or the middle of the bag just to give it a little of an accent there. And then I have this lacy pink and white. It has the two layers, has a pink layer and a white layer on it. And I think it's so pretty. I'm not much of a lace person, but for this particular style of bag, because I want it to look frilly and sort of coquette style, really cute, with ribbons and pearls and shiny things. So we'll see how it goes. This might take me a while. So that's really what I have in terms of embellishments. I've been making purse charms, and I also have in mind making some purse charms for the little bags that I'm going to be making. I made a brooch style one, and this is it here. I'm obsessed. I can't lie. It is on a brooch pin and has one of the ribbon flowers that I made. Not the best flower, but that was my first attempt or second attempt. And then it has some really pretty beads, and then you could just attach this to the bag and give it some flair. Oh, put it like that. So I am personally obsessed with this. So I'm looking forward to making more of these, and then just attaching them to the bags. So these are some of the embellishments I'm thinking of making. Here are the colors I have selected, the combinations for the Bridgerton inspired pouch that I'm about to make, little handbag. So this is new here. I found this pinkish, like dusty pinkish one. I think it looks better than the light pink I had with it. And then this one has the green and the white and the pink, so I think that would really be nice for a liner for this one. So it'll be these three. It'll be these three. And then it'll be these three. All right. I wanted to share with you what the prototype I made looks like, what it ended up looking like. I made a few, so I'll start with this one. This one here I made with absolutely no interface. It's nice and soft. I think it's super cute. I just kind of used this random strap that I had there just because I wanted to see what it would look like with a strap. I used ribbon for the pull. But I love the colors and I love the shape of it. So then I went forward and I made a second one, which was this one here. And this one I also added ribbon as the pull strings. I added a white pair of handles here. And then I also made the brooch to go with this one and just kind of play with the embellishment aspect of it. This one turned out really well. I didn't like the way that I attached the handles on it because you can see the seams here that I used. So I wanted to attach the handles a little bit different. So then I moved on and I made this one here. And I really think this one is super cute. It has handles where I added, I did the pink handle and I added lace right on top of it, a lace ribbon right on top of it. I just sewed it. Looks really good. I also did the handles right into the seam in between the interior and exterior fabric, so that handle is much nicer and you don't see this, you don't see any extra sewing up here. I did decide to use ribbon as well as the pull string on this one, and it works nice. I also added a little tab here with the ribbon and I hung a little purse charm there. versus the brooch. I'm not sure if I like that, but this is what it looks like. And then the ribbon just pulls and it cinches it, and I think it's super cute. So I think this is the final bag that I'm going to end up using to make the final pattern that I'm going to be using to make my three little Bridgerton inspired bags. So I've got all the fabric cut out, and I'll give you the measurements. And if you want to make your own, I will have, I'll just take you through my process. It's not that challenging, and this is not a full tutorial, but you know, I think if you want to make your own, all you have to cut is, this is the main fabric, and I cut this one 9 inches by 10.5 inches. Just remember, if you have a directional pattern, the 10.5 inches is the width of the bag and the 9 is the length of the bag. So you want to make sure your directional fabric is in this direction with 10.5 across and 9 down. This is the additional piece for the outside. This one is 4 inches by 10.5. Now, if you noticed on this one, I actually attached the accent piece at the top, whereas on this one, I attached the accent piece at the bottom. I think I like it on the bottom. It sort of stands out a little bit more, so I think I'm gonna do these with it on the bottom. It just, to me, it looks like it stands out a little bit more. Although I may change it up, might do one with the top and one with the bottom. So again, 4 by 10.5, 9 by 10.5, and then the lining piece is 12.5 length with 10.5 width. So you'll notice all the fabrics are 10.5 inches wide. And then the handles here I did at 14. Let me make sure. You could do 13.5 to 14 width. And I am also going to put the lace on these as well, because I really like the way that looked. So I decided to go with the accent fabric on this one and do the lace on top of that. In terms of the drawstrings, I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to use a really sturdy ribbon that I found that is more of a neutral color, because I don't think it's the highlight of the bag. And I think with the other embellishments, you won't even really need to like pay attention to the drawstrings. I do have some other ribbon I'm contemplating as the as putting it at the top there to be able to hang the little purse charm from. Although I do like the brooch, and I think if I don't add the ribbon, I will make a brooch for it. So I might do both, and then that way there's the option to hang the purse charm there. So the next color, same dimensions, 14 for the straps. And then the drawstrings, when I do cut them, in case I forget to tell you the dimensions for those, is 32 inches long by no more than, I'd say about 3/4 of an inch thick, because the opening that I leave is about an inch, and it has to have room to move around in there. So I'll take you through how I put them together, and here is the final combination. I went with the yellow as the main fabric and this dusty pink as the accent fabric, and the lined fabric here with vertical lines for the lining. And then for the handles, I decided to go ahead and do the yellow fabric, which I thought was better than the pink. I didn't know how I felt about the pink. I'm not sure about this particular lacy ribbon here, so I might decide to switch it out for a different ribbon. But there is this lacy ribbon, which I think is kind of cute, and it'll go nice above that yellow there. So let's move on. So I have to sew all of the handles, and I like to sew these using this walking foot. It just keeps them from bunching up or twisting or going crooked or just what was happening when I was doing it before was I'd be sewing and then the top layer would sort of twist to the side and they just wouldn't come out right. But when I started using the walking foot to sew them together, all of that went away. So this sews perfect straps anytime you have to sew fabric that you're going to use to as a strap or a wristlet or anything like that. Use a walking foot. It's also used for quilting. I'm going to go ahead and put interface on these because I do like the way the bag sits better with interface. I sort of felt like the blue one I showed you, the blue one I made, was a little too flimsy. Um, it's super cute, but I felt like it didn't really have stability, and kind of feel like it looks better with a little bit of the interfacing. Like this one here. Oh, there's some plastic in it just to make it bubble out, but take that out. But it just kind of sits nice and sturdy, and it's still soft and it's still cute. So I think I'll go ahead and add the interfacing to them. So what I'm marking here, I mark at about 1.5 inches down from the seam here, and then I mark 1 inch, and I'm going to sew all the way around minus this section here, because this is where I will feed the drawstring through. Once I flip it over, then I'll go ahead and sew across, but I want to leave this little section here open. And then of course I'm going to leave the section up here at the top open so that I can turn it. So that's what you see me marking here. Once you've sewn all the way around, leaving this little spot open here on both sides, once you've sewed all the way around, what you're going to do is you're going to take it, line these two seams up on the inside. Then you'll take, if you've got a ruler that has this 45-degree angle here, what you'll do is you'll just measure to where you have 3 inches, and it's lined up with that 45 degrees. Then this is, and then you're just going to sew across here and cut the corner off. And so you do that on all four corners. I'm going to give this ribbon a try as the pull straps here to cinch it. So I'm going to give this one a try because it's pretty thick and I like the color. And let me just measure it out and I'll show you how I insert it. It's really simple. All I do is grab a safety pin, put it in towards the point here, and then feed it in on one side all the way around. And then I go from the other side all the way around. So you just take it and feed it. I think it's shiny on both sides, like this side forward or front. So I'll go ahead and push it through. No, I know I've done this at least 3 times already, so I can do it. I know I can. There we go. This is how I do it. And then I want to go ahead and, oh, that's why it's so stiff. It has wires on the end, on the edges, so that's kind of nice that it has those wires. Okay, let's see if the wire will work. If not, I have to use a different one. I do tie a knot there just so it doesn't go through. It did fray, if you notice, but all you take is you take a lighter and you cut it a clean edge, take a lighter and kind of burn that off, and hopefully that'll seal it. So let's see if it works. If not, we'll find a different option to put through there. Well, let's see. What do you think? I don't know. So now that you've fed it through, you just pull and it cinches it closed. Let me see how I feel about that ribbon. I think the ribbon works. I think the ribbon works. I do think it looks super cute. So, let's see. Oh my gosh, it looks so cute. I do like the ribbon. I think I'm gonna cut it a bit. I don't need it to be that long. I mean, you could take it and make a little tie up here in the front. I'm not going to use this. I'll have to find something for the others because I don't like this one for all of them. No, I don't like that. Super cute. So I actually did go ahead and switch out the ribbon with the wire. It was just not working, and I found this thicker, prettier lace, satiny ribbon that I think still goes very nicely with it. I was able to put my label on there, and so I will do more embellishments on these over the next few days, but for now this one stays just like this. And I do like that thicker ribbon. I think it gives it some, you know, a little bit of a flair there, and it's very satiny. So I am going to leave this one just like this. I think it looks super cute. And I will add some more embellishments. I do have a ribbon rose here that I made that I'm thinking of adding somewhere on it. Maybe make another one. I don't know. I want to embellish them to make them look very dainty. Maybe add some pearls to them. But there you go. That's the first one down. So for the purple one, I selected this ribbon here. I do like the way ribbon looks. Instead of like making a tie out of fabric, I think it gives it kind of a little bit of a flair. So I went with this purple ribbon, this lavender colored ribbon for this one. And then for the blue one, I found this gold, like this cream colored and gold that I think looks really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and feed this one through here. I think it's the same on both sides, so don't have to worry about whether it's, if I have to flip it or not. It is thicker than the 1 inch, but I do think it still looks good. It's good. I'll make some little knots on that in a moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. I think it looks great. I wanted to give you guys an update. I worked all day yesterday on my Bridgerton inspired collection, and I thought the bags were so cute, and they came out so cute, and the pattern was so simple. And I did start some embellishment last night, and I was so impressed with the way the bags came out. I cut four more, so I have four more to do. So I'll continue sewing those before going over the entire, finished line, product line. But I thought I'd give you a sneak peek to the little lace that I added here at the top of the bag. And all I really did was I had some lace, and all I really did was just sew it along the line that I sewed here to put the drawstrings through. So I think they're coming out like super cute. This is the purple one. And here is I love this one, the yellow and pink one. Also with like this little off-white, lace here. So there's that. And then I have this one here. I've already started to do some embellishment. Now this was one of my practice ones, but I thought it turned out so cute. This is the one that I did with the straps, sewing them into the top here. And so this one is also going into the collection, even though it was a practice one, because it came out so cute. And then this one was this was the second one that I made, and I thought I would add some to it as well, and I thought it looked really cute. The only thing with this one is that the straps were sewn in here before I decided to sew the straps in to the very top. So that's the only thing with this one, but I still think it's adorable. So I'm gonna put it into the collection. It does have just smaller white plain straps. And then my all-time favorite one, I am obsessed with this one here. It's the blue one. I think it looks adorable. I did add a little embellishment there, and I added the same off-white lace as the other one. But again, I think they're looking super cute. I haven't decided whether this is the final one or if I'm going to embellish more. But here is the blue one. And as I said, I have four more cut to sew, so I'm going to continue working on that, and then we'll put them all together and look at the final product.
I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making these little bags. And so now I want to go ahead and share with you um, the full collection. I ended up making a total of 9 bags, and that includes two of the prototypes that I originally made as samples because they were just so cute. I could not include them in the final collection. So, without further ado, here is the total collection with embellishments. So, we have the pink hearts. Again, this one was the one that I made with the straps that were sewn a little different, white interior, plain white straps. They're a little shorter than the other straps, but I did add on this one the white lace, and I added gold beads to the end of the pink and gold ribbon. And I decided to go with a brooch, a gold brooch with a pink ribbon flower on this one. And then you'll see there a bow and a daisy and some really beautiful beads and gold accents. Then we have the pink and green floral, which I think is really cute. It has the lace on the straps with baby pink straps, and it has a darker pink interior. And then it has the white and pink double lace around the edges. And this one has a purse charm with a heart and silver with bows and roses and beads and all sorts of beautiful things. I'm going to try to stop saying super cute because I've been saying that a lot. So here is the yellow and pink one, and this one has the satin wider pull straps, and it has a gold purse charm with a heart with little pearls and a pink bow and a yellow rose. So this one is really cute. It has the striped interior with all the different colors. So I think that this one turned out super nice with the lacy straps as well. Next, we have the ditzy purple floral pattern fabric with the white eyelet lace around the top and the gingham accent fabric, and then the gold charm here hanging with the rose and little beads and florals and purple and white beads. So this one's cute. It has a lavender. I keep saying purple. Maybe I should say lavender because it is more of a lavender. But this one has a lavender liner, and then the lace on the straps as well. So I think this is super cute. I love the pull tabs. They're very lacy and beautiful. So this has got to be one of my favorites. They're all my favorites, but I really like this one. This is the blue and the yellow, and this one has the ribbon with the gold accent as the pull straps, and I added little flowers there at the end of these, and then it has the cream colored lace around the front, and then I went with a silver accent there. Very romantic, very Regency core. I could see anyone carrying this around for a cute little picnic as the spring is coming. Easter's coming. These are great for Easter. And this one does have a little baby blue interior and lace on the straps as well. Super cute. I said it, super cute. So the additional 4 that I made, because those were the original ones I was working on, but the additional 4 that I made include this one here with the cute little pink hearts on the bottom as the accent fabric, pink straps with lace also on the straps. It does have a pink interior, a baby pink interior, pink pull tabs with silver beads on the end, and then a silver brooch that is, I think, absolutely gorgeous. It has the ribbon rose that I learned how to make within the last few days, and then there is the brooch with the silver accents. I think the brooch is really just gorgeous. So I also have this blue one, and it has the blue gingham blue gingham on the pull straps with bows on the end. And then it has a baby blue interior with lace on the straps as well. And then this one has a blue, a silver accented brooch with the beautiful beads, as you can see there. And it has a little heart there at the bottom. Really, really cute. And I didn't have blue ribbon to make a ribbon rose for this one, and I didn't think that the off-white went well with it. So I added this little ribbon here to give it a little accent. Then I have this beautiful bright floral one with pink and purple and like that tealish blue. And so I decided to go with a teal blue silver brooch for this one. The beads are silver. I'm sorry, the beads are teal and white, as you can see there. And then it does have the pink ribbon rose that I made for it. It has the gingham accent fabric with gingham straps with lace. You can see here, lace on the gingham straps, and then the lavender interior as well. This one has a vintage ribbon with little purple flowers on the end there. The beads are purple flowers, but I think it has all the colors represented that are in that floral. So I think it's really beautiful. And then finally, I stepped out and did something a little different because when I do think of Regency core and I think of Bridgerton, I think pastels and I think of all the colors that you've seen in the bags that we've looked at. But I wanted to do something a little different, so I went with this gold or coal, the cream and gold colored roses or flowers. They're flowers, and I went with gold accents for this, and it has that cream colored straps here with the gold accents there at the bottom of the beads. It has the cream colored straps with lace and then a tan colored interior. But look at this brooch. How gorgeous is that? Look at how gorgeous that is. And I do have to say, my roses got better as I made them. So that particular rose is really a great looking rose. I'm loving the brooches. They're really beautiful to work with too. So that is my Bridgerton inspired collection. And I hope you had as much fun watching this behind the scenes and going through me trying to make a decision on how to embellish them, what ribbons to use on the pull tabs. I've never made bags like this, so it was really fun to make something new and just let my creativity flow. I think that's the most important thing when you're working and trying to create something new is don't worry about what everybody else is going to say. Just go with what your creativity is telling you to do, and then look how beautiful everything turns out. So thank you so much again for your support. Remember to like the video down below and subscribe to my channel. It really does help support me. And also turn on the notifications. That way you will be notified every time I post new content. It's been great sharing these with you and sharing the journey and the experience with you. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.